Well, don't you look dapper? Those two must be over there. No time for dilly-dally. Let's go. Don't you feel light on your feet? That's one small step for man, one giant leap for Mario. Hello everybody, here to you, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario Odyssey. Throughout our adventure, we've been searching for power moons across our planet to try and catch up to Bowser, and now we've caught up to him on the moon. It's kind of poetic justice in a way. So yeah, zero gravity is kind of a thing. There's not a whole lot of gravity here, so our jumping is going to be very different than it would be back on our own planet. I love this place. It was so subtly hinted at throughout the entirety of our adventure, because no matter where you were in the world, you could always see the moon. But actually going there is really, really interesting. And it's really cool because, like, we did have, like, a galaxy-trotting adventure with Super Mario Galaxy, but just something about this place, even though we've seen so many planets and things like that in the Galaxy games, something about this place in particular just always stands out just a little bit more than, well, I was trying to say the entirety of those games, but it really does stand out in the grand scheme of things. So, the Moon Kingdom, there's plenty of stuff for us to do here. We're going to be doing a couple of side activities here and there, but not focusing on getting every single thing we could possibly get at the moment. For the same reason we didn't do that for the Bowser's Kingdom. I didn't do enough pre-planning for this. Well, I did do a lot of pre-planning. You know what I mean. The notes weren't ready yet. I thought they were, but I never got around to it, so whatever we don't get here, we'll be getting in post-game stuff. So that's going to be a fun time. But what is also a fun time is getting a power moon, which means I have to write a timestamp in the description. And also a timestamp for these regional coins, for reasons we won't see until later. And you probably heard that background noise. Let's just say that was a dishwasher. Yeah, the dishwasher. That's totally a truth fact, and not the fact that I have thin walls here. So we go over here. We're jumping around the moon, and could you imagine just how much fun it would be to just walk around on the moon? Like, I know the astronauts who walked around the moon trained for it by doing, like, underwater walking and things like that, but it must have been, like, such a different experience than anything ever. And it always makes me think of that one Brian Regan skit when he's talking about, like, his ultimate fantasy conversation at a party, because, like, nobody could ever top the fact that you walked on the moon. It would be cool to do that sometime. I don't think I can in my lifetime because, like, NASA's taking forever to make the moon a livable place. I mean, how difficult could it possibly be? And this is one of my favorite details in the game. So we saw that one Splatoon knockoff guy in the Seaside Kingdom, and now there are mini versions of him here, so that kind of implies that the thing we find in the Seaside Kingdom may not have actually come from Earth. So that's a pretty interesting little detail. Bunny Rabbit! Bunny Rabbit! Bunny Rabbits are super terrible! I love Bunny Rabbits! This is another thing that was foreshadowed. So this isn't exactly a detail that most American audiences would recognize, but in Japanese mythology, bunnies are associated with the moon because a lot of the craters and stuff like that kind of resemble a bunny. So this is kind of a big reason why we've seen bunny rabbits all over the place and why the Brutos were a thing. And, like, why you could always see the moon in this game. It's just another really neat way this game foreshadows the fact that we do eventually come to the moon. A couple more regional coins over here. Now, I'm going to try my best to do everything here based off memory. I do have a few notes here and there for the Moon Kingdom, but not nearly as complete as I would have liked. Travel tip dive. Ever jump and realize you just need a little bit more distance? Try this. While in the air, press Z and then Y to do a dive and fly a little further. I think we demonstrated this already. Yeah, we definitely demonstrated this throughout the entirety of our Let's Play. But I think Cappy mentioned it en route to one of the kingdoms at one point. I don't know, this game kind of repeats hints every now and then. It's not something that bothers me or anything like that. It's just that you can definitely tell this game was a bit heavy-handed on hint giving and things like that for the more advanced tricks, because there probably are children out there who play Mario games, probably. It does remind me of this one time at Best Buy. There was a couple little kids trying Mario Odyssey, and the poor things were having such a hard time understanding jumping across the platform. They were playing in the Sand Kingdom. They couldn't have been any more than like 3 or 4. So it was really adorable seeing them trying to jump across the area. Eventually they figured it out. It was really cool. Cliffside treasure chest. Oh yeah. Ooh, regional coins we could have potentially missed if I wasn't an observant person. But I'm not an observant person, so it's a miracle we figured that out. There's gonna be a flag over here, so that's gonna be pretty fun. And we could jump over there, but there's stuff over in this direction I want to take care of first. There's another one of these guys over here. I just can't help but think of Splatoon when I see these guys, especially with Splatoon 3 coming out. The game isn't out yet by the time I'm recording this video. Didn't we see some of these? Didn't we see some rocks like this back on the planet? Another thing of foreshadowing. I don't know if this is intentional or not, but it kind of makes me think of 2001: A Space Odyssey. I don't know what it is. I've never actually even seen that movie. Like I just know about it because like it gets referenced all the time, and with the whole "look behind you, Dave" thing. My grandparents also mentioned how they hated it. They saw it in theaters, and they hated it, which is very weird for them because they like pretty much every movie that they've seen ever. I can only think of like 3 movies off the top of my head they said they didn't like. There was that one. There was Sorcerer's Apprentice. I also think they don't like Harry Potter. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Is there anything else over? I think we got everything that we currently care about. Now we could do some unnecessary epic stuff over there. There's a jump ramp right there. There's a slidey ramp right there. Or we could long jump and be interesting. There's a glowy spot right here, and there's a heart. Hearts are usually symbolic of life because that's where blood comes from. A really good thing that apparently said that, like, in ancient times, it was believed that the ring finger, the reason why people wear wedding rings in that one is because that's the finger that's most closely associated with the heart and things like that. I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is, that's a pretty interesting detail. And there's a sphinx over here we can talk to. Hey, buddy, how's it going, man? Greetings, traveler, and to your hat as well. Can you answer my riddle? Should you really be answering questions right now? Well, no, stingy. Should you really be answering questions right now? Well, should you really be answering questions right now? No. Yes, I'll bear of correct answers. There's so many other things you could be doing with your time. Try telling that to school when they try to give you a test for things they already know about. Okay, tests are dumb because so many people get anxiety from taking them when they know the stuff. It's like, I know how to program, but if you ask me, like, how to, like, I can't think of an example. Because, like, the example I was going to use was, like, make an array of things, but I do know how to do that. But if you were to ask me, like, how to set up one and things like that, without actually looking at code, that's difficult. Underground moon caverns. If we were to take this warp pipe back up to the top, that would be how we'd get back to the surface of the moon. The gravity here is normal. I don't know why that is, but it's okay, I guess. Now, around here somewhere... Aha, I see, says the litigator to you, as he rejoices in anticipation. I don't know what I'm saying. We move the statue over here, and then it moves forward, because that's how moving works, and there's a shiny thingy. This one took me a while to find my first playthrough. Under the Bowser statue, down by the sea, and a blanket with the chain browser is where you'll stop me. I don't know. Anyway, now we have a dry bones. It's a pair of dry bones, so we can shake the controller to go around. It's pretty fun. There's some lava stuff over here, and lava is usually associated with burning, so you probably don't want to burn your buttocks in this place. Unless you want to burn your buttocks, in which case I won't judge. One of my favorite things to say at Galaxy's Edge. The blue and green milk can have alcohol, the blue can have rum, green can have tequila. So whenever we are giving it to travelers and things like that, I wanted those dry bones for a thing. Is there another? Yeah, there's more up here. Whenever we serve the ones with the alcohol, I like doing a joke where the alcohol's on the top of it, so we encourage them to stir it. So I'll say something more along the lines of, all that fun stuff will be on top, so you would probably want to stir before you drink. Unless you want to take a shot, in which case we won't judge. I just love doing things like that. And down here is going to be another shiny thing. And it's in key form. So Sora would be proud of us. Dude, freaking Sora's in Smash Brothers. How's that possible? I know it's been like a year or so, but still. Sora, Steve, Sephiroth, freaking Piranha Plant. And Smash Brothers Ultimate is weird. That's why I love it. In the hole in the magma. Okie dokie then. Okie dokie artichoke. We go over here, and now we're gonna control a tank. Ooh, yeah. And now we're going to go over here and continue on our merry way through our path of glory. This area sucks. I don't like this place. I don't know what it is. This area right here always bothers me. Because, like, there's a button right there. You can go like this, but there's also those frickin' Hammer Bros everywhere. It's not very friendly. Hammer Bros are not invited to my birthday party. They're not even invited to my unbirthday party. They can come to Thanksgiving. I think I'll forgive them by then, but still. Okay. We probably could have also... Yeah, we could use a hammer to knock those things down. I still love using the Joy-Con shaking thingies to activate that. It's pretty fun. Destroy that. And we're going to activate the button. And now we're describing everything that we're doing on screen because that's always the best form of commentary. Watch out for these tropical wigglers because they are going to not be very friendly people. Hey, are you people? Hey, are you people? Hey, are you people? Want your lesson to me? Why am I singing so much? I mean, I probably shouldn't be surprised considering I've been doing this for 10 years and I've seen like every other video. Have I ever done a video where I have it sung? That's probably the more realistic question. Because, like, never mind. We're just going to spiral into a topic that's going to take forever, and we have other things to talk about. So we go over here, and everything's all fine and dandy. Nothing's going to stand in our way. Ah! That's what I was thinking when I first played through this game. Like, that, like actually legit freaked me out. But now that it's older and wiser, well, now that I'm older, we can do this with no problem. Yay! Is there anything over here? Yes, there is. It's like I've played this game before. I mean, it's like I know everything there is to know about everything. That's called narcissism. Well, narcissism is a little bit more deeper than... Well, never mind. We go over this way. Okay. Saying narcissism made me think of something that always bothers me. So, Hercules, that's a fun Disney movie. And it does have some fun, obscure references to, like, Greek mythology. But I gotta say, the one part that always frickin' bothers me in that movie is when they have, like... Hey, leave me. The thing that always bothers me in that movie is towards the beginning when they're on Mount Olympus and... they're talking about the gods and things like that, and there's one point where Narcissus is looking at himself in the mirror all fondly and things like that, because that's what he was known for. The thing that always bothered me about that movie is that Narcissus wasn't a god. He wasn't a great god or anything like that, he was just a normal dude who got obsessed with himself, so... I don't like that. That always bothers me. Hey, no! Oh no! That's what I get for not talking about the Mario. Let's talk about Mario. Mario is a fun character. He's got a mustache, so he's definitely trustworthy. Everybody with a mustache is trustworthy. I always wondered what it would look like if I shaved my mustache. Because, like, I started growing my mustache when I was 14, and I've had it ever since. I've been curious what it would be like if I just, like, randomly didn't have a mustache one day. I do wish I couldn't grow a beard, because beards are annoying. I don't like beards. So, yeah, that's a random topic that I feel like talking about. Alright, so that's gonna activate, and what I like doing is going like this to get a bit of a glimpse of where we're going. So that's gonna be a fun trick. If you're a speedrunner, you probably already have this memorized. I forgot that I was on a timer. That probably could have gone a little better. And it put me back all the way over here, of course, but you can also shake the controller to go faster, so that's pretty useful. And we can also go like this. We don't need no stinking stone eyes or whatever you're called. We can go over here and do it the unnecessary epic way. Is there anything down here? I want to check real quick. It doesn't look like it, so it should be all fine and dandy. Alright for jump cuts. Yay, I'm not going to explain why. So we're over here, there's going to be a charging chuck. Yeah, I'm a chuckster. Now, this guy right here, I absolutely love this guy. Never mind. I don't love it anymore. So, yeah, whenever you charge up like that, he's going to be like bursting through all the boulders and stuff like that. I thought for certain that he could just like walk past them. I might be remembering that wrong. But anyway, that's not important right now, because the important part is that we go over here. We could have used the charging chuck to just walk across that area right there. No! Why didn't my hat return to me? Cappy, how could you betray me like that? That is the worst form of betrayal that anybody has ever suffered. Oh, I'm over it. We're over here. We don't have these guys because we're unnecessarily epic. I should make that a t-shirt. I have a t-shirt store thingy. I'm not doing much with them, just doing logos, so I should probably do more with that. Huh. Well, that's a thought I can think about. So we go over here. I've had it for like a year, and I only just now thought about that. So we go over here with a charging chuck, and boom! Gotta get that boom, boom, boom. Wait, boom was on this game. Never mind. It is surprising that they didn't have Boom Boom or Pom Pom or any of the Kooplings in this game. But new characters are always fun. I love the Broodals. They're pretty cool. And speaking of Broodals, I'll be completely honest. First playthrough, I completely forgot you existed. So when I got here, I was like, oh, alright. You existed at one point. Do you remember me? Sir, don't. You were ever so rude to me back in the Cascade Kingdom. In fact, you were quite rude to all my darling Broodals, which is why we're all here now. Now, I do believe it's lunchtime for my newly powered-up chain jumpikins. So yeah, I completely forgot you existed on my first playthrough, and now you can see that this took me, I had a failed attempt on this. So, Madame Brood is my least favorite of the Broodals. I'm not saying this is a bad character or anything like that, it's just that I literally forgot she existed. She doesn't really make that much of an appearance throughout the rest of the game. She only really appears here in the Cascade Kingdom. So, yeah, the other Broodals definitely are more memorable than this one. I don't even know what the relationship between the other Broodals and Madame Brood is. Like, I think it's established that the Broodals are all siblings. I think Madame Brood might be their mother. I don't know if that's confirmed or anything like that. But I will say, Chain Jumpkins, probably my favorite Chain Jump of the entire Mario series, because it's so cute. It's so cute. It's so golden and shiny, and it has top hats, and it gets a mustache. It's super adorable and stuff. So we go over here. Knock off their hat. There. I guess you could say hats off to Chain Jumpkins. You're a pretty fun guy. Get it? Because we're knocking hats off. But also hats are the big theme of this game. Which, by the way, I gotta say, why did it take so long for them to make a Mario game where hats were the main focus? That's flying squirrels, we had cats, we had water, we had space. And I'd like to end off this video on this beautiful sight. The cathedral on the moon with the bells going on in the background. This is honestly one of my favorite moments in the entire game. And that's where we're calling quits for this episode. So thank you all so much for watching this episode of Super Mario Odyssey, and until next time, Lady Gator to you.